What's up, guys? Cody here today with the Season 6.1 patch notes. Yes, you heard it right. It is finally here. We only had to wait a month and a half after the last patch. It is finally here. Okay, so let's get in it. Bard's Meep's getting an AoE effect now when he gets the cone upgrade. There's a lot of bug fixes in it, so I'm not going to go over any of the bug fixes. Fiddlesticks' E cost is going down in mana later on in the game. Gameplay, his Trial by Fire is being nerfed in damage, and the duration of it is being increased. But the damage is the same overall. Callista, they're making her Ren cost 10 less mana, but it will not refund 20 mana on a single kill, and it will now refund only 30 mana on a multi-kill. Kha'Zix's Void Spikes is being increased by 50, and his Leap is being increased by 100, although the evolved range is not being changed. LeBlanc's Ethereal Change is for the missile speed is being increased by 150, and that goes for the Mimic ability for her ultimate. Misfortune's passive is being reduced in damage, and so is her E. Mordekaiser has a bunch of changes. His passive is now 1.5 seconds instead of 1 second for the shield delay. His W can now be cast on minions again. And Children of the Grave, they keep changing up the damage ratio. Because they like Solo, they like Mordekaiser, but he's not working, so I don't know if that's going to do anything for him. Riven's getting a 0.05 increase on her on her damage from her Runic Blade, which is for passive. Rumble, his collision radius is being reduced by 15, and his Flame Spitter is being increased by 50, but the tick rate is now 0.25 seconds. Teemo is getting damage increased by 2, and he can now be stealth while moving in the brush, but no longer stealths twice as fast in the brush, and his Noxus Trap has increased cast range. Trundle, they made it so that his Q no longer affects turrets, which is nice. He's not going to be split pushing that much. Pillar of Ice now costs 15 more mana, which is good. And now Subjugate is now on a much longer cooldown and costs 25 more mana. Bug fix, bug fix, bug fix, bug fix, bug fix, bug fix, bug fix. Just a lot of bug fixes for many people and only a few balance changes. The minions now hopefully have been fixed. Apparently they say that minions no longer freeze or awkwardly lock eyes with other minions. Hopefully that's the thing, because that was pretty annoying having it happen all the time. Now minions display how much bonus damage or damage reduction they get from the pushing changes implemented in 5.23. If you don't know about those, you can go check out those on the 5.23 patch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For the minions, that is. Now they have a new AP jungle item again, Runic Echoes. How this is gonna go, I don't know, but it's taking out Runeglaive, and that means there's gonna be junglers hurt by it, because the AP junglers that we had right now were played because it was Runeglaive and because it had that the sheen in it. So now those junglers are probably getting nerfed a bit, and so if you play someone like Elise, for example, you're gonna have to find a different build for her now, something that still gives her that sheen because she needs it. Spite no longer triggers spell effects, such as Spell Vamp or Rylai's Crystal Scepter, not really important. Tier 2 jungle items being decreased by 50 gold, and the mana regeneration is being upped by 30%. Riftail now does 10 less damage, which is good because it was underused before, and because of the amount of damage it did, and now the 10 less damage hopefully will help. The Razor Sharp Rupture buff, they're just fixing up a bunch of bugs with that, and they're just kind of just taking care of the cats, the trigger range for it. They're buffing the Warding Totem so that way it's on a lower cooldown later on in the game, which is good because it was weak before, and First Sight's now on a longer cooldown earlier in the game. Elixirs, thank goodness I can now get my elixirs while I'm dead, because I hated having to wait around and I hated having to like be ready to click on my elixir right before I like dashed out to try to save my final turret and get into the final battle. And this does not, getting these elixirs does not mean that you are losing time on the elixir. Even though the timer will start on the elixir, it will add the time from your death timer onto it. Okay, onto some support items. So the mana generation is down for these by 50%. For Eye of the Oasis and Eye of the Watchers, mana regen is down by 50%, and it's given 10% cooldown reduction, which is good. Frost Queen's Claims is also getting 50% mana regeneration nerfed. Yeah, it's losing 50%. And now the slow on it is a scaling slow based upon how far the ghosts travel. And the ghosts get progressively more spooky as they travel. Sunfire getting an extra 5 armor. Rage Blade, now ranged champions no longer activate Gunsu's Rage on the same basic attack that grants them their 8th deck. So that was a bug fix. Phantom Dancer now is going to give a flat 5% movement speed and take that just away from the bonus movement speed. Static Shave, which was not bought a lot because it just wasn't really a viable wave clear option, now does 120% bonus damage to minions, so it's gonna do something now. So that's good. And that's up from 75%. So Runaan's Hurricane is getting a 2% movement increase boost. Rapid Fire Cannon losing 1% movement speed. Lord Dominic's and Mortal Reminder get an extra 5% bonus armor pen. Tiamat cost going down by 50 for the combined costs. So yeah, it's going down by 50 overall. And then Ravenous Hydra and Titanic Hydra are also going down by 50 for their combined costs as well. So thus, their total cost is down by 100 since Tiamat and them are both being put down by 50. Death's Dance, the cost is going up by 100, but your AD that you're getting from is going up by 10, and it's going up. The healing from is going up by 50% of the physical damage dealt, and as well as the bleed damage. Masteries, here we go. So, first things first. Thunderlords is not getting nerfed. If you want context on why I feel that's a suitable thing, check out my Thunderlords. Check out my video where I talk about my Thunderlords and all the other masteries. Okay, so Warlord's Bloodlust having it as a scaling damage, having it as a scaling percent heal on the damage dealt throughout the game, with it now being at 25% late game, and the attack speed is now up by 10%. This is good because you never really crit early on anyways, so it was kind of pointless. Had to have anything good early on. Fervor of Battle, now damage on hit is 1 to 14, and it only goes to 8, and we only have to get 8 stacks now, so it's going to do more damage. Deathfire is getting an additional 0.1 AD and an additional 0.05 AP ratio on it. Storm Raider Surge, the damage window is up by 0.5 seconds, and you get an extra 5% movement speed now instead of what it was. And now you gain a 75% slow resistance for a while. That's pretty good. Precision, the armor pen is being reduced. Strength of the Ages, now instead of restoring 100% health, 100 health, restores 6% of your max health when a nearby siege minion or large monster dies. And Bond of Stone is now being put to 4% for the damage reduction instead of 3%. And yep, that's pretty much it. Everything else is just a bunch of bugs and whatnot. So, that's it for the 6.1 patch notes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. And if you don't like anything in these patch notes, write it down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on it. Be nice to know. Thanks guys. See you in the next one.